You're welcome back to study section 7 on HG 201 Introduction to Agricultural Economies. We talked about the theory of production in the previous study section where we discussed the meaning of production, different types of production forms, and so on. But here in the study section 7, we'll be talking about production relationships. Production relationship describes the form of association between inputs involved in production and the products produced. So there are three major types of production relationship between inputs and outputs, which are factor product relationship, we also have factor factor relationship, and lastly we have product product relationship. So at the end of this study section, you should be able to know the meaning of factor product relationship and its characteristics. Secondly, you should be able to explain the meaning of factor factor relationship and its basic economic parameters. And lastly, you should be able to explain some necessary and sufficient conditions for optimal inputs, combination, and profit maximization. Let's discuss this learning outcome one after the other. Factor product relationships describes the transformation of a given input into a product. So there is only one product, such as cassava. We are interested in the effect of variation of only one input, such as labor or fertilizer, while inputs are fixed. So the factor product relationship is not true to life because production always involves more than one variable input in the short run, and all inputs are varied in the long run. It is only used for diagnostic purposes where one basic input is the limiting input, for example labor or capital in developing economy. So the generalized production function under factor product relationships are, we have total products, which is the TP, we have average products, which is the AP, and marginal products, MP, which are presented in the figure shown here. So we have three stages in the production function curve. We have stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So in stage 1, it is a stage where the marginal product, the MP, is greater than the average product, the AP. So both AMP and MP are increasing. MP is maximum at the point of inflection, where the first derivative of the production function, that is the dy over the dx, is 0, and the second level of derivation is also 0. So MP equals AP at the boundary of stages 1 and 2, where the elasticity of production equals unity. Elasticity of production is greater than or equal to unity also. And also this stage 1 is a stage of increasing marginal returns, and also this stage is an irrational zone of production. And lastly, the economic decision is that if the products being produced have any value at all, the input used and output production inputs used once started should be continued until stage 2 is reached. So in stage 2 is a stage where MP is less than AP, that is the marginal product is less than average product. The average product is still increasing while the marginal product is decreasing, but in a positive realm. So marginal product is 0 at the boundary of stages 2 or 3, and this stage 2 is a stage of economic relevance in production where total product increases at a decreasing rate, and it is a stage of decreasing positive marginal returns and decreasing returns to scale, and the elasticity of production in this stage 2 is between 0 and unity. And lastly, it is a stage of rational production where outputs and profits are maximized and input is used to optimize it. At stage 3, average product is greater than marginal product. Average product is positive and greater than 0, while MP, which is the marginal product, is less than 0 and negative. Both MP and AP are falling in this stage 3. Stage 3, production is not advisable in this stage because increase in input can lead to reduction in total products. So elasticity of production is less than 0, that is, it is usually negative. You can read more of this factor-product relationship in your study materials. So for factor-factor relationship, this is a situation whereby two variable inputs are used in the production of one product. So economic important parameter of factor-factor relationships are: we have the isoquant, which is the curve of all combinations of x1 and x2 which yield specified output level, and it's also called isoproduct or equal product curves. So a movement on each isoquant implies the same output level but with different combinations of x1 and x2. So the properties of isoquants are: two isoquants will never cross because each combination of inputs can only produce one and only one amount of output. Isoquants are either convex to origin or slopes from left to right. A convex isoquant implies diminishing marginal production, and production is in stage 2 or stage of rational production or efficient stage of production. Therefore, isoquants have negative slope. Also, we have marginal rate of input substitution, which is being denoted or being represented by MRIS. So MRIS is at the rate at which inputs substitute for each other to maintain a constant output, and it's being obtained from a total differentiation of product function. So we have different types of marginal rate of input substitution. We have the constant marginal rate of input substitution, decreasing rate of marginal rate of substitution, and increasing marginal rate of input substitution. Kindly read more about all these type of marginal rate of input substitution in your study materials. So the 3 stages of production function under factor-factor relationship are determined with a good knowledge of the following 3 basic terms: isocline, ridged line, and expansion path. Isocline is a line which connects points of equal slope on a production surface. That is, it passes through points of equal MRIS on an isoquant map. On the isocline, for each input, MRIS is equal to constant. So, ridge line. This is a line which connects points of zero slopes on successively higher isoquants. They connect points which mark the limits of efficiency of input used. There are boundaries for the stages of production function in the factor-factor production relationship. And the last one is expansion path. This is the line joining points of least cost combination of inputs production surface. These are points which isocost lines that tangent to the isoquant. Please kindly read more explanation on all these factor-factor relationship in your study materials. I hope you've learned 1 or 2 things from this video section, and this makes us to end this video section. Join me for the next study section. Thank you for listening.